Main card. Light heavyweight fight. Ben McGuirk. Herschel Mossad.
Now we're seeing our third lady for the first time. We've got Amelia. We've got Sully. The place is Lindbergh's Babies, which is just disturbing on its own. Amelia, which makes me uncomfortable. Sully, and who is that lovely lady?
That little black minx is Orville.
Two shades of blue for these fighters. Ben McGuirk in the lighter faded blue. Herschel Mossad in the darker, more teal-like blue as they trade punches to start things off. First minute going by. I don't even feel like I want to acknowledge the fact that that's her name. I'm just disgusted by that. I'm disgusted and sad.
I don't come up with it.
I'm not saying you do. I'm not directing that at you, Randy. So
I don't go to where you work and slap the dick out of your mouth.
you are in fact where we both work at the same place, Randy.
Am I slapping the dick out of your mouth?
No, you're not.
Okay, then.
It's a microphone, by the way, not a. And you painted it to look like one. I appreciate that. It's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good to know. Good to know. Oh, don't worry. HCL 39, your microphone will be a turkey baster.
Certainly is. Ha-cha-cha.
And Mossad gets the trip and dives in with the punch, and he cuts him. There's a giant cut over the eye of Ben McGuirk. Herschel Mossad, you know, the happy demeanor, the kind of weird nuances, the fact that he won't leave the Top Cock house.
Right. Still.
He still insists. He insists he's the lone star of Top Cock 3. Like, hasn't been announced. Don't know if there's going to be a Top Cock 3. Hasn't really been discussed yet. He says he's the star. He's the only person who thinks there's a Top Cock 3 right now.
I mean, if there will be,
I don't get it.
If there is one, he'll be there. I know that.
Well, yeah, because unless someone forcibly removed, like that's why we had to start having him in fights, because he wouldn't leave the house otherwise.
That's fair, yeah.
So McGuirk getting a takedown, working from the guard, and 30 seconds. A fight against Pappy Goulash in store for the winner. Sort of an unofficial little mini tournament going on here as Pappy Goulash just defeated Eamon Grundle at HCL 37. That was a great fight. Pappy Goulash had a comprehensive victory. He is for real as far as light heavyweights go. And of course, HCL 40
come back right away. You got it?
will be our next light heavyweight title shot.
Very nice.
For Paul Bunyip as he takes on.
Oh shit, that's gonna be fun.
We knew about that.
Fitting one
at the
for
end
40.
Of HCL 37.
Yeah.
As Grabowski took out Corgi Vandergoof. What a great fight that's going to be. First round here. Again, just shows how stacked the light heavyweight division is. It might be our deepest division in all of HCL. You got fighters like McGuirk, like Mossad, Pappy Goulash, Grabowski, Corgi Vandergoof, JC Hunate. Like, we've got so many guys. Derby Mutton, Dorsey Bond, like so many names that it's such a long line of potential challengers for the title that is currently worn by Paul Bunyip.
So good.
Here we go, second round.
Here we go.
Mossad and McGuirk. Again, going alphabetically for this fight, I suppose. And McGuirk working from the clinch, has him back up against that cage. Dirty boxing here, throwing some punches. Nice uppercut. Oh, knee!
Oh.
If he can keep this pressure, Mossad will be in trouble, pushes him off. Mossad's going to try to circle off. McGuirk will want to cut off the angle. And he just kind of lets him circle off. Body kicks by McGuirk. And Herschel trying to get some distance. You saw he tried to shove away Ben McGuirk. Yeah. Now, Van Fights is the promotion that, Randy, you had followed Ben McGuirk from.
Yes, back when he had hair even. Oh, by hair I mean awful.
Hair back
that's bad toupee. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mossad catches him!
Oh, no.
McGuirk throws a kick, is off balance, and Mossad just pounds him right in the face.
Fuck.
And Ben McGuirk was undefeated for so long in Van Fights.
Yes.
Which, And that's basically just they would circle the vans in a random parking lot or some open field.
Uh-oh.
And Mossad is just pounding away. Oh goodness, his arms are trapped.
Oh, he got out though.
And McGuirk just took so much abuse, unprotected.
Yes, but
and gets a knockdown on Mossad. What a fight this is turning out to be.
Ben McGuirk is in the Van Fights Hall of Fame, but Tegan Vitriol, the only other man in there.
Tegan Vitriol?
Yes. Who threw 8 men through a single door, like a car door, like threw them forcibly through a hole in it.
Okay, so I'm assuming the first one broke the glass.
Yes, and then the rest of them went through the actual metal.
Jesus!
Yes.
And you wonder why I don't really want to watch van fights when I'm going to see completely disgusting things like that. Because you know what's going to happen is we're going to get ideas, Randy, and we're going to want to try to do them.
You say disgusting, I say incredible.
Well, it certainly is a feat of strength to throw a man through a metal car door. Like, the glass is one thing. I mean, I guess it's legal. It's like the cage walls here. You know, you can use them to lean against and push a guy up against. It's part of the fighting area.
Everything's legal in van fights, even methamphetamines.
Well, I assume they test them for that to make sure they are on it.
Yeah, make sure they are on it, yes.
And meanwhile, we've got a great fight going on in the octagon-like structure of the Human Cockfighting League, Randy. I can't believe this fight's going to a third round.
I'm happy it is.
Because, well, it's been great so far. I think they both took some of the best the other one had to offer. We're going to see the replays here.
Brutal
and
shit.
That was, McGuirk was lifting his leg to throw a kick, and timed it so well, did Mossad, catching him off balance and just hitting him with such force. Mossad is not at all a light puncher. All of his victories have been via TKO so far in HCL. All 3-0, all by TKO. Ben McGuirk has won his fights by TKO and knockout. He had a disgusting knockout over Nick Belmont back at HCL 28.
Ready?
About a year ago, February 23rd, 2014, actually.
Let's fight!
And here we go, round 3, the final round, 5 minutes. Mossad and McGuirk, one step closer to light heavyweight championship glory for the winner. Happy Goulash. You know he is somewhere in a darkened room, cans of paint strewn about the floor, watching this somehow.
Just hopping
on borrowed Wi-Fi.
Well, some fucking Ukrainian password on it, only he knows.
That is likely, and McGuirk has the mount. This is bad news for Mossad, who gets out of it immediately. Okay, well, I think McGuirk got a little too ambitious, and Mossad saw the outlet and got out, moves to side control. He's got the arm trapped. This is bad for McGuirk. This is where he absorbed. Gets swept. So many punches he absorbed from this position earlier in the fight in the second round. I mean, it's anyone's call here. McGuirk gets hit again. Mossad trying to go for the finish. McGuirk's blood is all over the shoulder, the right shoulder of Herschel Mossad. Mossad is bleeding too.
But
Mossad has the decisive advantage right now. 2:15 to go. And McGuirk able to reverse the position. These guys are just, like, if this goes to a decision, it is so close to call. I would not want to be one of the judges having to decide who this one goes to. And McGuirk, somehow Mossad gets to his feet. McGuirk working that clinch, has the body lock. Switches to an underhook, moves to goes for that high, and Mossad able to shove off and circle out again. And that's a mistake by McGuirk, not pressing on him, not just leaning on him at this point. You know, you can just make him support your weight. You got a little more than a minute to go. We could be going to a decision with less than a minute to go, less than 60 seconds to go. This light heavyweight fight. Mossad has him up against the cage. McGuirk trying to circle off. Mossad just pushing forward. Has him from. Oh, there it is!
Ouch! Damn!
In dramatic fashion, Herschel Mossad knocks out Ben McGuirk. And Maxwell Ponderosa is calling for some help for Ben McGuirk. He is still seated. I think the cage was the only thing keeping him from being horizontal. Well, no, it actually was. I think they just kind of sat him up immediately. And I'm sure they didn't do it in any sort of reckless fashion.
Of course not.
You know, an unconscious body needs to be dealt with in the most delicate of ways. Like, you know, you don't let them get a couple free shots on an unconscious body, which, by the way, is in the HCL rulebook. You're welcome.
That's one of the reasons I work here.
And it is, in fact,
down.
Ben McGuirk is seated. He's conscious. Thank goodness for that. But that was an uppercut and a half
24 seconds
from Happy Herschel.
Fuck, who knew that he had that in him?
Knockout
Well, he is... I am getting confirmation. It's kind of appropriate. It's going to be Happy versus Pappy.
Of fucking course.
Can't make that up.